Please go. We got somebody else?
One more.
Okay. I want to welcome y'all to James and Nadine Bridges' home. This is a very special home to me. It's my aunt and uncle's home, and I spent nearly half their teenage year day back in this house, and so it's a very special house to me. It's a Craftsman bungalow style home. This style home was created in the 1920s by Mr. Stickley. The reason for it was to create an economical and modest housing for the needs of that day. This was the forefather of our ranch-style house that we have today. Mr. Stickley was also the creator of the mission-style furniture, which we have an example of here in this table. This table was in James's grandmother Chambers' home, and this is an example of that kind of mission furniture. Also, on the round table, we have a photograph of the Bridges family taken in 1915 down at Callie's Turnpike south of Sassa. And it shows not only the family, but it shows their field hands and the workers of the day there. James and Nadine closed the porch in 1980 to have a place for Nadine to put her flowers. Aunt Nadine does the flowers on the inside, Uncle James does the yards. And if you notice the yards, they're beautiful. He does those. Also, you'll notice as you go throughout the home that there's a beautiful collection of antiques, both in Victorian, traditional, and country styles, and they will share you some of the histories of that. Also, throughout the home, you will see examples of needlepoint, china painting, and oil paintings. Damaris, their daughter, and Aunt Nadine are responsible for these creative works of art throughout the home. I hope that you enjoy the tour of the house today. Come in.
What is that?
Just mention some, tell us a little bit about that,
I wasn't gonna be able to get that. What time is it?
It's in the afternoon, but don't you use messenger, the radio messenger?
Well, I'm out of work. Okay.
No, wait, just a minute, I'm just sharing. I had to go tell this Reagan owners out there, and they were going to give me, and they tried to keep the people outside. They married me. Stigler was also an editor or publisher of the Craftsman magazine, and evidently he published these house plans as an answer to the housing need of that day. There was a need for an economical and modest, it was the term they used, modest house for the day. And these houses were characterized, these houses were characterized by no upstairs, 2 bedrooms, sleeping porch, living room, dining room, kitchen usually with an eat-in area. They were usually built with natural materials, wood, and things like that type of thing. Mr. Stickley was also the creator of the mission-style furniture, and we have an example right here back.
Yeah, we did. Y'all come on in now.
Hard to find.
Oh, what? We got this up here.
Okay. In 1923, Mr. George Upshur.
Do you know where Martin History
Had it from Tom Geis of Shields and Geis Lumber Company. He had Mr. Leverett, a contractor, to tear it down and build 2 identical style houses. His house and the house next door. Exactly the same. The bungalow style here is, they always have high beam ceilings, living room and dining room.
You know where you left them. I think they can.
Mr. Upshur and his wife and daughter Louise moved in.
Thank you.
Still in high school at Dawson High School. She married in 1933 and this living room is she lives on 6th Avenue today. And we completed that in 1965.
So sorry.
And Daddy been involved in 1967 when they started.
Yeah, I had to work
Nothing has been done in this except for
Chapter Grange. Oh, we
and
had.
most of their original antiques were from they started collecting about 30 years ago.
No.
The very first piece of platform rock. And I know we did got into it called it was hanging like dark blue. It was not. I put that in my house, but it turned out real pretty. The two orange chains that put the dot with the house down. And the picture is my grandmother when she was and my grandfather's pocket watch. And most all the lamps in the house are converted from kerosene or made from a vase or a jar or a jug. And the most unusual probably piece of furniture is the bustle seat, where you had room to sit and have room for your bustle. You know, and where over there in the corner of the plate is this plant on the back. He's good. He's doing fine. All right. No, I don't get my head. Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Couldn't hear me or her talking, so. When you tell. I was telling Mama that we didn't hear what I was saying, but she was hearing it.
Yeah. It's gonna be on the evening news.
The bungalow style is reflected in the high beam ceiling, and also the two long windows on the right and the short one in the middle. The short window has been replaced with a Tiffany stained glass one. And the Tiffany light has also been added, and this is a what?
When we looked at it last night,
Listening to you, this is cool.
Yeah.
yeah, we live it.
Well, that's
What, that's good.
I think so.
I hope you're not taking a picture of us in. Oh, good. Cause I don't want my picture taken, I never did. I'm gonna get out of the way.
You take it.
You coming this way? Have you
Yeah.
been in here?
I'm Marjorie Harold.
Think about saving all of that.
And this is just Jesse Martin's. This is for Rena Brooks, James paid $12 for it. 1 o'clock.
You know that. Yeah.
I'll bring it
Food gas is downtown.
Yeah.
And
And you can load it, you know, on these things and just slide up to.
And the picture.
Oh, I love
that.
I've never seen one like
I
that.
haven't
And
either.
see
Some of
it
it
sit on the
was
counter, and they can turn it around to
Yeah.
get the food press.
How about that? What is that?
Let's
do it right.
That is an old peel medicine bottle
You to come next door.
out of England, I believe.
Yeah.
But then we had two of them, and, broke a cat broke one.
Oh, no.
So I haven't been able to find another one.
You haven't been up our way lately.
So that cat is my grandfather.
Okay, still got
I love that.
Now this little log house on Grandpa's bridge is falling.
Yeah.
Reflections and all that. And there's no house out there, so it's tearing down, so I got to back in mouse.
How about that?
And this right here is my great grandmother's chair. And she died in 1900. And her husband, he didn't come from the Civil War, he died in Tennessee. So he had five boys. So he was right on the grave.
Yeah.
I bought this big there from his rug, Green Rug.
Yeah.
She was in that business one day cooking, you know, for people.
You know, good
Yeah,
old days and the days when you were the
Paper bill, yeah, she opened it.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
Yeah.
You were satisfied at home.
They always been place.
Oh, electric stove and electric refrigerator.
Oh, well, that's
I can appreciate that.
We can do that at our meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that comes with concrete.
That's right. Hi. So good to see you.
I didn't would miss this.
Oh, that's great of you.
You look so good.
How birthday. Yeah.
That was for
Yeah.
totally poetry last year.
Yeah.
At about 12.
The deer thief was my son's first deer.
Oh, my goodness.
That's our way.
No hard way. The only structural change we made in the house is the hall all the way through the house. We took that out. It was a blue fence with the studio all the way. And we took that, a cabinet, we took all this out and made a kitchen den combination with the center cabinets. And the rest of it just happened. The paneling, we used the wrong side of it. And it makes us look like clean boards and stuff. The clock came from an old home run on Church Street. And it's about 30 years ago, paid $8 quite off for it. This cabinet, and cabinet was from the Charlie Goodwill home, 7 years ago. Don't move, cabinet from the Jason Martin home. The home was where my roof was. And the rest of it, we had just gotten, oh, it's grandfather's two chairs. It's over 100 years old. You don't get the mic. I wouldn't mind the thing, it's about that antique shop in Mosul. Put their money in it and sit on it. Yeah, in front of the window.
Maybe we should look in it.
Put their money in it and sit on it.
Put their money in it and sit on it.
They would have money today, wouldn't they? Yeah. Just do that.
And this, it come out of the, it come out of the blue house up here across from Carolina.
Oh, yeah?
The old, Cheatham home.
Oh, Cheetah.
Cheatham home. And I bought this suit from the Cheatham home. Mahogany, slate. And then we use this for a
The
dinner.
old stone wall, you know, I've got those same two pictures, except mine are larger in the hall. Is those the very same two? Pictures
I
are
bought those,
popular.
I bought those in antique shop. And shipped out to that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've had mine less than 6 years, I guess it's some famous portrait of it. But it was so funny, because the man over there in Albany on the Slappy, right across, with Third and Slappy, that frame and picture shop, he said he thought every southern home needed a pair of those pictures.
anyway, we use it for him before we paint. And this was a lot.
She wants to get him. I got him.
Make them right there, but we had a freestanding lavatory. Had a, no, had a mirror. The mirror was over here with a little dressing table. So we took all that out, added cabinets, put in a new commode, lavatory, kept the faucet tub, below, and redid the walls, you know, all of that.
Very nice.
And this light, we have a cover for it, but it won't work, the light won't work with the cover on it. So we had to take it off. And James was gonna put it back on if you got the light turned on.
That's a cousin of ours, his,
Oh,
no, that's on my mother's side. First cousin, my mother. My granddad, that's her mom was rocking chair.
What is this little thing? I'm ignorant, I don't know what.
Hello, Lynn, it's good to see you today. See you're busy.
Yeah.
Oh, button on high top
Where
shoe.
you got your buttons on, you run through this whole little
And,
pull like this.
yeah, well, your
And that's
fingers would.
You put it
Well,
in
what is, well, see, I just didn't know, I'd never seen it.
This is my daddy's chair right here.
Oh,
That picture frame, that frame is my great grandmother's picture, which she died in 19.
oh, my.
A lot of my things will be saying mothers. But you see, this is a three-piece bedroom suit with the Victorian Earl Walnut finishes, and it has a marble top, dresser, and washstand. You'll also notice that it has the first tier of the clock there also, and then the chest here back up is a chest of shelves, and it has that finished too. Now, they say this is a pine finish, but it blends in real well with this. The little chair here is mother's
I think I do.
rocking chair when she was a little girl. Okay, and these two rocking chairs are family pieces also. And, this was Papa's chair, and really it has been rocked, I know that for a fact. And we have, some little boot shoes down here that James picked up in a store in America behind the fake wall. And this pair, Damaris is actually going to a school activity. And, the picture there on the wall of Damaris, the picture frame, that is our great-great-grandmother's picture.
Yeah, y'all got
The
this.
quilt below there, mother made for Damaris when she was a little girl. On the chest are pictures of Nadine's children and them and some of her family members. On the wall here above the mantel and on the mantel are family members of grandmother Chambers and father. On over to my dad and mother and her mother's sisters and brothers and James and Nadine, me, James and Hazel and I, and Anita. And, the first piece that Nadine bought, an antique line, was this picture in gold here. And some of that's what is this? Well, that's the hat box. And I read a long time ago, if everybody wore hats, they had to have a sturdy container.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the bed over there are two little boxes, and they are Lauren and Justin's dress-up clothes, and they didn't keep them handy on, and I want you to know they can really dress up.
Why? This is what I did
I
in the
think
morning.
the curtains are awfully pretty too.
I
And
agree.
you notice you've got the butterfly lace, and it also has butterfly in the, cornices.
Uh-huh. It is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's good to see you.
Good to
Tell
see
Mom
you.
hello,
I
okay?
sure will.
You're gonna see somebody you know when you go through there.
I know who is that.
You just wait and see.
All right. All right.
Lady loves blue and blue.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Good. Then you know what?
Oh,
This nurse's room, which is the guest room now. This bed, a dresser, and a washstand were originally from Dr. Cheatham's home. Dr. Cheatham's position here. This is the Victorian burl walnut wood. Isn't it pretty? Very ornate. This is also a waffle that was in Dr. Cheatham's home. Also, the chest at the foot of the bed. And also the doll carriage, which is a wicker doll carriage. This was also Dr. Cheatham's collar box. This is made of leather. And he placed his collars in this box, very secure. This clock on the mantel was originally from our grandparents' home, Maggie and George Chambers. Also this rocking chair and the bowl and pitcher. Nadine purchased this vase for 25 cents. And then she made it into a lamp. Dr. Cheatham wrote love letters to his cousin Sally. Cousin Sally also wrote to Dr. Cheatham, and they married in 1878. The dogs on the fireplace were made in 1800. They are called the Staffordshire dogs, and also the brass wood dogs.
Tour's just about over. I'm going to walk around in the yard and show some of the Uncle James' pretty flowers. While I do, I want to read what was in the tour guide about the home. You had individual tours of all the rooms. This is what was in the tour guide about the house. Art Shawbridge's home, 299 7th Avenue. An American bungalow-style home originated in the early 1900s as a two-story house, which in 1923 was rebuilt as two bungalows in the Craftsman style. Low, simple lines, high-beamed ceilings, center hall, fireplaces, porches. When James and Nadine became owners in 1967, the center hall became a den and was combined with kitchen, breakfast room, and pantry to create an open family living area. Kitchen and baths were updated and central heat and air were installed. All furnishings represent their eclectic collection of marvelous antiques, Victorian, traditional, and country, all of which are so well suited to the high ceilings. The home is an antique wonderland. The front porch has been glassed in and furnished with wicker and houses their collection of houseplants. I wrote actually the year
1925, I think. This was a home of the George Upshurs, and it was a bungalow style. This was an open porch up until about 3 years ago, and James and Nadine closed it in to take care of her pretty flowers and other pieces of antiques that they had. There's family pieces. There's pictures of our father, Eli Bridges, at his home below Harold, south of Sassa, Georgia. And we have some pieces in here that also belong to our grandparents on my mother's side, and they are some of the pieces are known as the Stuffley period. And the various other things are things that James and Nadine have picked up because of the likes of it and the appeal that they have for old things. This is a twig table. These sat on my grandparents' front porch for holding their flowers, and this has become another popular thing in this age too, is the twig furniture. And this little thing where the fern is sitting is on my Aunt Pearl, who was an old maid on my father's side, her milking stool.
Another twig table here.
This styling of house in here with the exposed beams in the dining room and living room are characteristic of the bungalow style house that this is. And a little dome container that holds Papa's and Mother's watches. Okay, that's a slate type chair there, I think is what you call that. And bustle seat. We just wanted one on the upstairs. I mean, this is a Hefner white dining room suit with it's mahogany inlaid, and it has the 2 armchairs, 4 straight chairs, the buffet, the serving table, and the china cabinet. And also a little curio cabinet that has our collection of. This is a Beaufront triple oak with Nadine's china that she did under Louise Cormac's supervision. And the little helpful curio cabinet over here is containing mostly salt, individual salt containers, and a few other little choice pieces.
Okay.
I want you to get,
Oh, that light goes to that color and that light, that stuff. Over here, light a lot.
I want you to be sure and get this here good right here, James Butch, because that tapestry is something that was in the family or not, I don't know. But anyway, I think those figurines are pretty and it shows off this cut glass. We can lock that up.
solid walnut, crushed mahogany, a walnut, bedroom suit, bed, dresser, washstand, marble top, splash board.
And this belonged to whom?
From the Dr. Cheatham, who was here years ago. And the little walnut, lady's dead, brought that in glass. And also the little wicker dog carrier came out of Dr. Cheatham's estate. Don't take me to get me that dang thing.
Would be like, but when you move around to the park, are you coming down to the dresser with a personal thing?
That's some candy painting there that Nadine did, that's set down the table. That chair on that platform, pocket rocket, came from Dr. Cheatham's estate. The other chair was our grandmother's. Also the clock on the mantelpiece, our grandmother's. And the various I daughter painted that picture. And the bowling picture on the washstand belonged to our grandmother. She had designed. And the pool, original pool. And it dressed.
We have the brass wood box to the right of the fireplace, and on the fireplace is other fireplace utensils that was needed at that time, and then we have the Strapped Shy Dogs, which is, it's our parents, Mr. and Mrs. Eli Bridges, which they have in the original estate as, and nothing has been done to it. And it's,
Been in the family about 65 years.
and it's a family piece of about 75 years, and the jarnier is something James has picked up in his collection.
A three-piece bedroom suit, crotch, mahogany. Okay, the dresser, washstand, and bed back. The lamp, or kerosene lamp, was converted to electricity. Picture on your right on the wall there was our great-grandmother's picture in it. Our daughter's picture in it. She died in 1900 and she was in it several years before me.
This is a wardrobe of shelves, which is a new addition, but it matches real well with the post on the bed and the dresser, the washstand, and above it, as you see, is some of the grandchildren pictures, and a picture of Nadine herself.
Oh my word, my battery's running out.
Oh, gosh.
Let's go fast.
That picture on your right is a picture of our father when he was a young man. About 100 years ago.
The golden picture on the washstand is Nadine's first antique purchase.